What else have you learned besides the strike zone, just by kind of watching it from that perspective and charting all that?
Well, the dugout, you get to see a side angle. You don't get to really see much of the actual game, but it helps me charting the games because I stay a little bit more focused. I've been doing that in the bullpen anyways. I take the clipboard and just kind of learn the hitters, but now I'm actually able to see more hitters. It's like watching game film but live, and I get to be a true fan of baseball.
What do you think of the job that Casilla has done in the closer spot?
Incredible. Like I always say, every guy in the bullpen's capable of doing it. We all have this work ethic about us. That's a great thing about our bullpen is we feed off each other's strengths. It's camaraderie. We try to pick each other up. I think he's done a phenomenal job, just like he has been since we've acquired him. He doesn't complain. He works hard, and he's able to forget the negative things and be able to move on to the next hitter or move on to the next day, and remembering what he did in the past and how he can better himself.
He's great. Talking about the importance of your presence and your friendship. Could you talk a little bit about the kind of advice you give to them to be better?
You can't really give him too much advice because he's already a great pitcher, but there's certain times where you have to try to give a little bit of advice, when pressure situations come, like certain pitches you might want to stay away from late in the games. What I've had success throwing certain hitters, and when there's a guy in second less than one out, what is your plan? What are you going to do when the ball's hit to you? Just simple things, and then I like to just tell him that he's awesome. I like to tell him every time he does well, you're doing an amazing job, keep it up. Team needs you, the city needs you, and he's doing a phenomenal job, so I just like to tell him that all the time.
I would ask you about the strike zone, though. You say you're charting and you're learning. How much do you think you've learned? How much did you not know when you were pitching?
I only knew a few of the umps. Now I pretty much know a lot of them because I write their names on my chart, and I like to see who the high-low strikes are, or who gives corners, or some umps start off a little bit tighter and kind of open up at the end, or some guys like to close it at the end and make it really fun. And that'd be nice to know next time I pitch, what I'm going to be getting.
Have you ever talked to Kruko about that? Because he's huge on that.
Well, he's actually the one that made me pay attention, because he starts, talking about what I just spouted off, the high-low strike zone. And here's a guy who's probably not going to give you the outside corner until late. He talks about that. Him and Kipe have revolutionized that commentating over there.
Pretty good at what
Pretty
they do.
excited to come up there Sunday.
Got hitters too?
Are you going to be a better play-by-play guy or a color guy?
Probably color. I would lose focus trying to keep up with the game. Next thing you know, the game wouldn't even be going on, and people at home would be wondering if the Giants were still playing, talking about something random.
Thank you. Ryan,
You're welcome.
Just wondering if there's you're here, with your great personality, making us all laugh and smile, but is there somebody that you've leaned on during this time, a group of people, or that have kind of kept it a little, an awful subject a little bit light for you?
Yeah, just coming into the clubhouse. I don't have a clubhouse at home. I don't have a locker. I should probably look into that. But just coming out, just to the clubhouse, you got a bunch of guys that are playing baseball. They love it, and just being around them, not even like talking, just interacting, just being near them, keeps my spirits alive for sure. And every once in a while, when I do get out of the house or go to the grocery store or something, and you have a fan that says, "I hope you get back," that again lifts my spirits up. So constantly being lifted up. So I got no reason to be down.
What have you thought of Zito's turnaround?
It's what we need, yeah. He's doing a great job. And that shutout he threw against Colorado, that's phenomenal. I charted that. Yeah. Whole game.
Based on what you saw last night, you think Tim's getting closer to where he was a couple of years ago?
Well, let's see. Tim's got 2 Cy Youngs under his belt. And he's a phenomenal pitcher. He's our ace. I don't think there's anything wrong. I'm not a pitching coach. I'm not a life coach or anything. I can't really answer that too well. I haven't been around very often to know what's going on. But I have been watching the games, and Yeah, I'd say he's progressing since a couple of those ups and downs games, but Tim's done that before, and he turned out to be an MVP of the World Series.